everyone. Thanks for joining again. Yes, we are back. We're cooking with Gwen Taylor, cooking with pumpkin. Here I am just to show you a small meal, maybe 30 minutes or less, cooking with pumpkin. Yes, but it's not just for the wives. No, it's not just for the husbands, but I'm here for everyone, just to get you up and let you know that you can do it. I believe in you. So let's get up and cook. So remember to like, remember to subscribe, and remember to share. I love y'all, so let's cook. Come on in. 6 o'clock on the dot. It's time to get up and cook. On the dot. Hi everyone. Welcome to Cooking with Pumpkin. So today, how's everyone doing? I hope you have had a wonderful week. I know it's getting cold. This is the harvest time. This is the fall time. But down here in the south now, it's kind of cold in the morning. Then lunchtime might be warm, and then about 3 o'clock it's hot, and then it's cold again. So we go through about 3 or 4 seasons in one day, okay? But anyway, come on in. So today we're doing Salisbury Steak Meatballs with a mushroom and onion gravy and cauliflower rice. You remember I told you about the cauliflower rice? So I'm going to do a little keto meal today. How about that? So we're going to start with the meatballs. So what I'm putting in the meatballs is going to be some panko plain breadcrumbs. Now, you know, I love the Italian, but we're going to do some Italian meatballs one day, and I'll show you what we do with the Italian meatballs. So we're probably going to use, that's probably about a half a cup of panko. Let me put a little bit more. Panko flour. And I'm going to add some pepper. And I'm going to add some seasonal. You know, that's my favorite seasoning. Now, you know, you could add onions. I'm not going to do onions in my meatballs this time. I'm going to add some onion powder. Of course, the onion powder, so that'll give it a little flavor. And guess what? I'm going to add some ketchup. The ketchup is going to kind of give it a moisture, and the ketchup is also going to give it some flavor also. So about 2 teaspoons of ketchup, and I'm going to add some of the worship sauce. Y'all see that? Y'all know what that is. I'm going to add just a little dab of my worship sauce, maybe just a half a teaspoon, and then mix it up, and also 1 egg. You know the egg is to help to, it's going to hold the meatballs together, okay? So I'm going to do 1 egg. I have a new production lady today, so y'all accept everything for love, because I see that camera look at it crooked over. Could you straighten the camera out? Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh goodness, I'm working with you know, when you ask and they say yeah, so you know, thank you Jesus for my person today. So okay, the camera is straight. So I'm gonna stir this up, and then I'm going to add in my ground beef. I'm doing the ground beef today. Now the ground beef, you could add pork. You could add half ground beef, half pork. You could add, I'm going to go ahead and get my frying pan started. You could add ground beef, and with your pork, you could do turkey. We tried turkey meatballs one day. And you could do chicken meatballs. So I'm working with 80% lean and 20% fat. Now, you know, if you want to just do with your, use your 90%, that's good, but I like just a little fat. So I'm going to have a little fat in mine, and I'm going to just mix this up together. I don't want to overwork it now. You don't overwork your mixture, so that's why I mixed up everything real quick, and we're going to have our meatballs are going to be ready just like that. But you want to season it up, and now, you know, you can use, add a little, mustard. I'm not really a good, you know, mustard, you know, putting that in my recipes, but
Some people do mustard. You know, you want to have a good flavor for your meatballs. So I'm going to add a little bit more of my seasoning oil, and we're going to get these balls ready. I'm starting the stove, and I'm just going to use just a dab of grapeseed oil to fry the meatballs. Now you can put the meatballs in the oven. You could probably do them on your air fryer. You could put, cook them in your, and this is the same recipe you basically can use even for your Salisbury steaks. The same recipe, but we're doing meatballs because the meatballs we're gonna be through in 30 minutes. Okay, we're back to work. We're working, so we got to get something. I'm add a little bit more pepper because I just like to smell it a little more. So I had like 3 pounds of ground beef, but I'm using just like, I guess, 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds. Now I have this big old scoop, and I was like, this scoop is so big. Then I had a little small scoop, and that scoop looked so small. And this scoop, this is my ice cream scoop. It really was big. So I was in one of the stores today, the one to begin with the P that everybody loved, the P store, grocery store. I was in there today, and I went to look at, I said, I'm going to get me a scoop out of there. I didn't get a scoop out of there. That scoop was $9. I said, no, for a scoop. So, if you have a scoop, that means that you can have your meatballs all the same size, and they'll be nice and pretty, but I don't have a scoop, so I'm using my hand. So I'm making these meatballs. So they probably won't be the prettiest one. So that would be maybe a 2-inch. That might be a little bit. But with your meatballs, it shrinks. It shrinks. It's not going to be the same size. So I'm mix up these meatballs because the meatballs is probably going to take maybe about 5 to 6 minutes to cook, because even if it's not finished cooking, we're going to cook, when we do the gravy, so then it'll cook some more. So that's how I'm doing these meatballs, getting it ready like that. See how that looks? That's not the prettiest meatball, but it's going to taste good, okay? So I hope you, I know you said maybe you just don't want to do the turkey meatballs, and you can do the turkey meatballs basically the same way. I would use maybe Italian breadcrumbs. I would, what else? Yeah, you could use the same thing. You could also use Lipton onion soup. And when I make my meatloaf, I use the Lipton onion soup for my meatballs, my meatloaf. So, but I just decided just to do the onion powder. Okay, it smells good. I like to smell it to see if all those seasonings are coming out and smell it. So my balls are coming together. So I'm gonna make these balls, meatballs, your own meatballs. Now, I'm always making meatballs, especially with barbecue sauce, but I purchased them. I purchased the meatballs. They're already cooked, and because especially when you need a lot of them. So I buy them frozen, and then I fix them up with the seasoning and everything. And, just put my own, some people put jelly in their meatballs and barbecue sauce, all kinds of different sauce. And then sometimes I make the meatballs with gravy, and that's when I usually use the Lipton onion soup. So I hope this is enough seasoning in it. So we're gonna see. So we're about to put them in the frying pan and fry them up. And I know you always said, I'm always frying everything. But I try to still use the olive oil. That's all I'm using. And so these are about ready. So I guess that'll be 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have about 15 meatballs. And I'm going to fry them up. And you all going to see in no time they're going to be ready. We're going to do our little gravy. And we're going to do the cauliflower rice. And it'll be just like that. So I hope everyone is having a great day and had a good week, and everything is going good for you, and the season, the time is changing, and things are changing, but we're still here. God has been good to us, and we are still making it by the grace of God. So I'm putting those in there. hear them in a few minutes. I will just turn them on the other side and just kind of giving them a good sear, and then they'll be ready. So this is considered my Salisbury. Like I said, you could use the same recipe for your Salisbury steak. So this is going to. Oh, I could have put some garlic in this. Yeah, I should. Well, I didn't. I'll put a little garlic in the gravy, so we still have garlic. So those are the meatballs. So they're going to do their own thing, and then we're going to work on our gravy. And I mean, this is so easy. You can do it. One of the young ladies came to me after church on Sunday, because we're back in church, y'all. And she came to me and she said, Miss Gwen, she told me who she was. And she said, I've been watching you. I'm in Bible study during the time that the show, but I've been watching you, and I go back and watch, and I saw you doing a pizza last week, and I was so excited. My husband said, yeah, let's do pizza. And they did a pizza last week, and they said it was so good. And that was their first time doing it, and they were so excited. And I was so excited for them that they did their own pizza. So we're going to get started on the gravy, and we're going to do mushrooms. The mushroom gravy is, I could really wait and use, I really need to wait, and then because I want the roux that comes out of this, all that juice and everything. So I'll wait. So I'll go ahead and get started on my cauliflower. So the cauliflower, is really healthy. People have the cauliflower mashed potato, the cauliflower rice, and just the cauliflower. It's a vegetable. It's like in the broccoli family. So in cauliflower, this is a big cauliflower. So I was like, oh God. I've already cut the cauliflower off, and I rinsed it off, and I kind of pat the water off and kind of pat it dry. But this is going to be real simple, y'all. But let me show you how to cut the cauliflower. I don't know if you know how to cut cauliflower with my knife. It's real easy, to cut. But like I said, it was so much, I didn't want all of it. So, you can cut, you see that big old stem? Just cut that stem out. Or you can, the green leaves, they should take out. And then you can cut it that way. And this is a half of a cauliflower. Then you can cut it that way. And then you can take your stem and just cut it out. But let me turn my meatballs, because they are, one side is ready. See? See how that meatball looks? So it's ready. So I'm going to turn all of them. They're sticking together, which is good. They're sticking together. So it has a nice sear on them. These are my meatballs. Like I said, you can add the pork to that. Or you could do turkey. And you could do chicken. You could do chicken meatballs also. Maybe we'll do chicken meatballs one day. And the turkey. Now, some people eat the turkey and they don't even know it's turkey. I did a lasagna the other day with turkey, and nobody even knew I had used the turkey in it. So I'm going to turn that down because it's cooking real fast. But that's going to be ready. By the time I finish the cauliflower, it's going to be ready. So I'll let that simmer for a little longer there. So this is the cauliflower. Remove the stems. You just can break it apart. You see that stem there? You can take that out. Or you can just, because I'm going to use my food processor. So you can put it in the food processor also. But I'm going to take that out. And then you just take it apart and then put it in your food processor. So I don't need all of this. I'm not sure how much my husband is going to eat. I'm not going to tell him though. I'm not going to tell him it's cauliflower rice. Y'all don't tell him, okay? Don't tell it. Don't tell it. I'm going to see if he knows that it's something different. Okay, so here's my food processor. So I'm going to put my cauliflower in that. Don't have it a lot of moisture on it, so I try to pat most of it dry. So this is just a half a cauliflower. So that's a lot. So you just gonna put it in the processor just for a few seconds, really. Let's see. And this is okay. Here we go. Put it on. Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on. It don't want to work. But the process is what. There you go. There it goes. There it is. Sorry, it's so loud. There's still a lot that's in the process, but I don't want it too fine. Cauliflower rice, y'all. All of it didn't get processed. Let's see, let me try to work it out a little and see if that's what it is. You see, I don't use this a whole lot. I don't know how to use it that well. I have a smaller one that I use, so that's what I normally use. Okay, let's see. That's all I'm gonna have. That's the cauliflower rice. So I still have a lot of the whole cauliflower, so I'm gonna take those out. So what I'm gonna do, this frying pan is real hot. Cauliflower rice. It's the cauliflower, and you just, basically grind up the cauliflower and then have your rice, but we're gonna put it in just a little butter and just let it, just kind of cook for just a few minutes. But cauliflower, you can eat cauliflower. You can just eat it whole, It's a vegetable, and some people just eat it and put the ranch dressing on it and just eat it. So pour the cauliflower in there. And this is gonna be our rice. This is gonna be our cauliflower rice. Oh, it smells good. And this is all to it. Just let it simmer for a few minutes. And that's it, the cauliflower rice. So I hope my husband, he'll like it. And I've been talking about it, telling you to make it, with your cauliflower rice. And that's it. I'm going to turn it down because it's cooking real fast. And you just stir it up for a few minutes and let it sit. That's it. Cauliflower rice. So that's ready. That's ready. I have a mess over here today. No, I'll be cleaning up, but I'm not. Okay, so my meatballs, I'm about to take my meatballs out and start on my gravy. What's a turn? So yeah, those look good. Start on the gravy. So I don't have a lot of fat in here, so I think we'll be pretty good with just using that to make the gravy. And we're gonna do onions, and I have the white bottom onions. Some people like the portobello, but I have the white onions, white mushrooms, and that's what I'm gonna use. And okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna put it in. See, this is my rule. This is gonna help with my gravy and everything. So I'm going to put my mushrooms in there so they can saute a little. So this is my mushrooms. That's my mushrooms. Let them saute for a few minutes. And then I'm going to put some onions. So turn that up. Some onions. Let my onions. So I'm going to turn this off because, did I use this? No. Let's see what. So this is my rice. This is my rice. This is my cauliflower rice. That's it. Just like that. Just like that. So I'm going to add some onions to my gravy. cut up some small onions. And I'm going to add some garlic. Just a little bit of garlic. And the gravy. So we have mushrooms, we have onions. Y'all smell like garlic? So the garlic, the rice is ready. The garlic, here's some more of that. But you know, for your Salisbury, you can cook just regular rice. You could do mashed potatoes. You could even do pasta. Yeah, some type of pasta. So here we are. This is going to be our gravy. The mushrooms and the garlic. Oh, it smells wonderful. And I'm going to add some flour. Now, if you don't want to add flour, some people just add. Some people add. Where's my flour? Oh, some people add starch, cornstarch, to thicken up their gravy. So I'm going to add some flour. So maybe about 2 teaspoons of flour. And that's so my gravy coming together. And the flour is going to thicken it up. I'm going to add just a dash more of that, my worship sauce. You know, my worship is for real. Just a little dab of the worship sauce. And I have beef broth. I'm going to add beef broth to that. Smells good. So this is my beef broth. I'm going to add some beef broth. Gently pour it in. So, you know, some things, it takes a little longer than to make. So my beef broth. Yeah. See how that gravy's looking? It's coming together good. Yes. And I'm going to put those meatballs back in there and let them simmer. And get ready for a few minutes and it'll be ready. So I'm going to add a little pepper to that. Oh, a little pepper. A little pepper. Let's see how that tastes. Okay. Add some more broth. I'm going to let me put my meatballs back in. And then let them simmer for a few minutes and they'll be ready. Just a few minutes. This will be Salisbury meatballs. I know y'all like meatballs. This is the Salisbury meatballs. So they're simmering. They'll be ready in just about 5 minutes. And our meal is ready in less than 30 minutes. See? I know we can do it. I know you can do it. So it'll be something different. Instead of spaghetti all the time, fix them some meatballs. So we let this cook for about 5 minutes. I'm making a mess. About 5 minutes. And put the lid on it. And let it go. That's it. The meatballs will be ready in about 5 minutes. Cauliflower rice is ready. I did do some peas, some little soy peas. I did some little soy peas, but this cauliflower rice smells good. You know, just did some butter, sauteed it in some butter. So we'll see. And so we're just gonna let just like that. Everything is ready. So we're gonna see how everything turns out in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. So I guess we'll go ahead and do our little devotion. And this song, everyone knows. This song, this was our signature song at devotional time. And everybody knows it. Everyone would just start saying, God is a good God. Yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, He. And everybody would say, yes, He is. God is a good God. Yes, he is. I can feel him in my hands, feel him in my feet, feel him all over me. Y'all remember that song? Oh, I mean, everybody could sing that song. Anybody could just start it and everybody would just take it over because they knew how good God is. They knew how God is such a merciful God. God is a good God. Yes, he is. Have he been good to you? Have he been good to you? And there's it. You can't tell it, let me tell it. You can't tell it, let me tell it what he's done for me. You can't tell it, let me tell it what he's done for me. You can't tell it, let me tell it what he's done for me. God is a good God. Yes, he is. God is a good God. Yes, he is. God is a good God. Yes, he is. Can feel him in my hand, feel him in my feet, feel him all over me. Yes, God is a good God. He's been so good to us. We can say, thank you, God, for being so good. He's been merciful. He's been kind. And just bless us to cook. He blessed us to be able to show somebody a little something. Like disclaimer, I always say I don't claim to be the best cook. I'm just here to help you. I'm just here to encourage you to get up and cook. So there goes the meat. It's almost ready. It's thickening a little. See how that looks? That's your meatballs. And of course for your seasoning, you can do any seasoning that you like. That you know, some people like different seasoning. They like just use dash. They can use just dash. But the meatballs are, yep. I'm going to let it thicken up just a few more minutes. And we're going to be out of here before 6 o'clock. We did it again. God is a good God. Yes, he is. God is a good God. Yes, he is. God is a good God. Yes, he is. Feel him in my hand. Feel him in my feet. Feel it all over me. All over me. He's been good. He's been good. So now you know how to make your cauliflower rice. It's rice. I don't know why they just don't call it cauliflower, but it's considered cauliflower rice. And your Salisbury meatballs, and you can use that same recipe to make your Salisbury steak. You probably might need to use maybe 2 eggs because sometimes your Salisbury steak breaks apart, so you probably might not have to use 2 eggs on that. But there it is. It is ready. That's the Salisbury meatballs and the cauliflower rice. So I'm gonna plate this in a few minutes, and I hope you all will try it. Like I said, go ahead and try it with your turkey. But one day we'll do it with turkey. You can try it with your turkey, or you can try it with your and of course to do peas, whatever vegetable. Normally you want to use some kind of green vegetable. Yeah, a green vegetable. So you can do some asparagus with this. You can do some broccoli with this. You could use some collards. Yeah, do you. And I promise you it will be a stomach full. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and plate it up and get started right now. All right. So here's my cauliflower rice. That's the cauliflower rice. And there's, so I have to have some sweet peas. You know, you can get this in a can. I don't do a whole lot of canned vegetables. I like frozen, but I didn't get any frozen. I have some, just using what I got. Had some right in the cabinet. So here we go. Here is the meatball, y'all. Turn that down so I have some gravy. Gravy have thickened up. And that's how it is. That's how you do your gravy. So the mushrooms and the onions, you just put it right on top of that. And there you have it. Get a
couple more mushrooms. My cousin Mary, aka, she loved mushrooms, so she would love these mushrooms. So we let it. So here we go. We at our 30-minute mark. Thank you, God, for this. Meatballs and cauliflower rice and peas. You've been good. Ooh, here we go. Thank you. Nice and, oh, it's nice and tender. See how that looks? That's well done. It's cooked. Okay, let's try this cauliflower. Let's see. It's hot. See, it really don't have a really strong taste, but it's good. It's different, and it's something that you can try, and it's healthy. That's the main thing. It's healthy. So this is a mushroom gravy Salisbury steak meatball, and cauliflower rice and sweet peas. I hope y'all learned something today. I hope you'll get up and cook. I hope did you like, did you share, and did you subscribe? It's not too late. Remember to share, remember to like. Thank y'all for joining. I hope you learned something today. I love y'all, and I'll see you the next time. And may God be with you until we meet again. Bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining another episode of Cooking with Pumpkin. Remember to like, remember to share, and remember to subscribe. I'll see you next week.